Like many of you, we battle depression during life's ups and downs.
Music has always been the one thing that we could rely on to get us through the tough times that we all face.
Follow us on our journey as we discuss the healing power of music,
Interview bands,
break down genres,
review band biographies.
and more.
This is the When Words Fail
Music Speaks podcast
with Blake Mosley
and James Cox.
Hey, it's JAC. Welcome back to When Words Fail Music Speaks podcast, where we fight depression with the power of music. And I have no idea what you're doing right there, but that's okay, because I'm your professional handicap host, James Cox, and no, I am not the voice of Scooter from the Muppets, but maybe one day, you know.
I hope so, buddy. I'm hoping it works out. Well, I'm commonly referred to as the loudest guy in the room, but only when I'm playing the drums. I am your endless source of useless music knowledge. My name is Blake Mosley, aka Brosley. How you doing, folks? How you doing, James?
I'm good. Two questions for you.
Two.
When we were playing the intro, I saw you with a little bit of neck pain, I assume, because
I have no idea what happened.
you've no idea.
Slept on it wrong. Don't know. I woke up with neck pain like 2 days ago, and it could be stress related.
Right.
I don't know. Hadn't figured that one out yet. But yeah, I feel like I can only turn my head like a certain way, and it's killing me.
I woke up. I have the same sentiment too, because there's some days where I sleep on it totally wrong, and sometimes I have a hard time turning it. It's the worst feeling ever. That's the worst. The other question I'm going to ask you is: are we telling our wonderful listeners about your job experience right now, or we
don't know yet.
Okay.
We don't know yet. I have expressed on here how work has been a rough go recently.
Yeah.
So hopefully some things change for the better here soon, whatever that may look like. I would love for things to change here soon. So we'll get there. I don't know what it looks like yet, but something will come up. I'm being positive about it. I'm trying my best to be positive because I'm not a very positive person. And I think that my current job has a lot to do with that. I used to be a really, really positive person, and it's changed me a lot. And that's making me, step back and kind of reassess things and be like, all right. Lots changing. A lot is changing about my personality, and I think it's got to do with work. So I'm hoping for a change somehow, somewhere soon. And we'll see what that looks like. So I'll keep everybody updated.
Yeah.
And that's probably why my neck hurts.
So you say that I disagree with you. I think you're a very positive person. But if you're not positive, but if you need a little bit more positivity in your life, listen to music. Music is the only way you can be positive about your life. And I just found out about this new artist I found today. I found him on Facebook, obviously, like everybody else does in the world now. Have you heard of an artist called Teddy Swims?
I don't think so. I don't think Teddy Swims.
Teddy Swims, like I'm swimming. Yeah, Swims. SWIMS.
Okay.
He's known as a pop singer, I guess, because on I'm looking at his album right now. His album's called Unlearning, and you know how to give categories underneath the album, and this is pop. So I'm not sure if that's his. Sometimes those are wrong. But he's coming to the Senate this September. So I'm thinking about going,
Yeah. Senate's a good place to see some shows.
It is. And his song is the song that I have heard is called Bed on Fire, and that's a fiery song. So
it's a fire.
It's a fire song called Bed on Fire, and I think you really, really dig it. So check it out, man.
Okay. I bet if we had Casey on the show, he would probably know who that person is.
We need to get him
Casey
back,
King
man.
from yeah, we're trying. Every time I message him about it, is we can't get our schedules to line up. But Casey from Heartmouth and the Bronze Age, he wants to come back on the show. And we've got a lot to talk about whenever we get him back on. The Bronze Age has been busy. He's got some new Heartmouth stuff. Embracing Goodbye is getting back together for a reunion show. So there's plenty to talk about, and I keep trying like crazy to get Casey back on here. He's a busy guy. We're busy, and we just can't get the schedules to line up right now. But he will be back on. So
What if we
always a fun time.
What if we bought him some pizza? You think he'll come on anytime?
That might be what seals the deal. I bet if we ordered a pizza, had it delivered to his house, he would suddenly find the time.
Yes, because who can pass up free pizza? I love pizza.
Got to find out what kind he likes.
Yes, yes.
So
But
we'll do some digging.
Every Friday, I will tell you what I am. I am in love with Friday.
Ah, yes.
See that what I did? So today is cover
It is
war.
the cure to your blues. Am I right?
Ah, booyah! Thank you. We are here until like
An hour from now.
yeah. We're just knocking them in the we need that speed bag that you were, yes, sir. We do that. So
Yep.
yeah, so today is the cover wars from the Cure song of Friday I'm in Love.
Oh man, this is one of my favorite songs ever. It's so good.
Yeah, because when you texted me that, I'm like, I haven't heard this song in months or years.
Yeah.
Like, I really like that song. Let's do it. And then you're like, cool.
It's a great one.
So here we are, man. So you want to take it off?
I will kick it off. So yeah, Friday I'm in Love is a song by British rock band The Cure, released as the second single from their ninth studio album Wish, released in 1992. In May of 1992, the song was a worldwide hit, reaching number 6 in the UK and number 18 in the United States, where it also topped the modern rock charts. We're off to a great start. Modern Rock Tracks chart. It also won the award for Europe Viewers' Choice for Best Music Video at the 1992 MTV Music Video Awards. Do you remember those? Do you remember when MTV had Music Video Awards and it actually applied to music? James?
Okay, so I'm 42. So
Yeah.
I was about 14 or 15 when MTV come out. So yeah, I'm old, man. I'm old.
You remember that?
Yes, yes.
Good times.
I even remember when I remember when Bon Jovi started the Unplugged sessions. Remember those?
Yes, I miss those.
There's one MTV award show that him and Richie just came out with the acoustic, and they played Wanted Dead or Alive, and that spawned off the acoustic sessions on MTV.
Yeah, then we wouldn't have Nirvana Unplugged.
Nirvana Unplugged, Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam, and who else? Stone Temple Pilots.
Yeah, Stone Temple
That
Pilots.
there was only 5 shows, and that was the origins of grunge music. STP, Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Alice in Chains, and some other. I think there was four shows.
Yeah, there was some more in there.
Yeah, because I know Kiss did one. That was a great show too.
Yep, Unplugged and No Makeup.
Right. Which I'm still finding. I'm still trying to find a vinyl for that one.
Yeah,
it's hard for that to come about. So Robert Smith, on the band The Cure, was the song's primary writer. Describes in 1992 as both a throw your hands in the air, let's get happy kind of record, in quotations, and a very naive, happy type of pop song. So it is a pop song.
it is very much so. Yep. During the writing process, Robert Smith became convinced that he had inadvertently stolen the chord progression from somewhere, and this led him to a state of paranoia, where he called everyone he could think of and played the song for them, asking if they had heard it before. None of them had, thankfully, and Smith realized that the melody was indeed his. He said it's always been paradoxical that it's pushed down people's throats that we're a goth band, Smith observed. Because to the general public, we're not. To taxi drivers, I'm the bloke that sings Friday I'm in Love. I'm not the bloke who sings Shake Dog Shake or 100 Years. Yeah, that was just that late 80s, early 90s goth phase that everybody was going, crazy over.
Yeah.
The Cure definitely seemed like the leaders of that because of the way that they dressed and their makeup and things like that. But just great songs, man. Just such good songs. They were just impeccable songwriters.
Right. And I find that so very relieving that he called around and asked if he ripped off people, because nowadays
Yeah.
you really don't see that. Because I don't know if you heard this before, but there was this famous boy band back in the day. I don't know. It's not NSYNC, it's not Backstreet, it's not anybody that we know of, I don't think.
Yeah.
But they had this song, and you could hear snippets of the Pour Some Sugar on Me intro, and they asked the drummer, do you have plans to sue him? And he's like, well, you got 6 strings, 24 frets. It's bound to sound like somebody else in any kind of genre of music. And he's like,
Yeah.
no, they didn't rip us off. They were just messing around, and it fit. It fit. So it's like, no, we're not even gonna no. So
Well, we could almost do a whole episode just on like lawsuits between people who like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like there's the most recent one that I can think of is there is a, and it is so stupid too. But
Yeah.
the rapper Juice World that passed away a few years ago, Yellow Card was suing his estate because they said that he had stolen one of their songs and like sampled it without their permission for one of his, and I'm telling you it sounds nothing alike. And it is the dumbest thing in the entire world, and that lawsuit went on for forever and ever, and then I think they dropped it, and then they think they like revamped it. And all while like this family's like still grieving over the fact that this guy passed away at a very very I think the guy was only like 21 22 something like that.
Yeah.
And Yellow Card, who was retired at the time, by the way, were trying to sue. Yeah, and it was just like, guys, come on, let's get a life here. It's just, let's move on, let the family grieve, and let's just move on. So but yeah, it's funny because there are a lot of bands and artists who like will rip off a song and they just hope and pray that nobody notices.
Right.
And Robert Smith was the complete opposite. He was just convinced that he was ripping somebody's song off. And I'm sure that after a while, it was a huge relief to know that no, I am actually just talented enough that I wrote a great chord progression, and it wasn't taken from anybody else's. And now everybody else is probably trying to rip off of that chord progression for their own
Yes,
music.
right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So who would have thought, right? So
Right.
the song was written to be a slower number, but then it was an upbeat in its final rendition. While the track was recorded in D major, the commercially released version sounds a quarter tone higher, halfway between D and D sharp, due to Smith's forgetting to disengage the very speed function on the multi-track recorder after toying with it before the actual recording process took place. When playing live, though, the song is played in its original intended key as opposed to the speed discrepancy heard on the record.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't know that.
so you're more of like a musicianal ear. So,
Yeah.
could you explain what that whole thing is like?
Well,
I
I
mean,
will try I'll try my best.
Okay. Right.
Yes, and usually what happens, another thing, fun fact for a lot of like, these bands will write these songs in these certain keys when they're at a younger age, and they tend to, when they play them live, they play them in a different key because as you age, you just don't have the ability to sing as high as what you used to. So a lot of times they end up dropping the chords down. This seems like kind of like the opposite effect. So let's see here. So the track was recorded in D major. The commercially released version sounds a quarter tone higher. Um, Due to him forgetting to disengage the vary speed function on the multi-track. Now, I don't know a lot about the multi-track recorders, but it sounds like he just made a goof em up. And whenever the song was recorded and released, it was higher, and they played it. They have to play it in that original key because he's probably like, and especially at his age now, he's probably like, I'm definitely not going like any higher
Yeah.
than this right here. But and you can't fault them for that because they're human too, man. I mean, like it you I and you're not going to notice it unless you've got that musician's ear where you're just like, oh, they had to lower that one down a half step or something.
Yeah.
Most of the time people won't notice as long as everybody can sing along to it and have a good
There you go.
time. That's what matters. So, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So, Friday I'm in Love was the second single taken from the band's ninth studio album, Wish, and was released in the United Kingdom on May 15th, 1992. Unusually, two formats of the song were released on a Friday instead of a Monday, so it debuted on the UK singles chart at a low number 31, on the chart week beginning on May 17th. And the following week, after the other two formats went on sale, formats went on sale, the single rose to number 8 and peaked at number 6 during its third week on the chart. In the United States, the song reached number 18 on the Billboard Hot 100, giving the band their last American top 40 hit to this date. It was also the band's last song in a string of 4 to top the Billboard Modern Rock Tracks chart, matching the success of their previous single, High, with a 4-week stint at number 1. So there you have it, a brief history on the song itself.
Nice.
Friday I'm in Love by The Cure. Now we are going to dive into our covers. Now, I didn't realize this whenever we started throwing these notes together, but both of these people that we're going to talk about that have covered this song have competed in some form of the X Factor. So pretty impressive. I knew about Puddles. I did not know about Janet Devlin. I just came across her song somewhere one day at Spotify or something. And but yeah, so we're gonna tell you a little bit about Puddles Pity Party. I'm sure most people are probably familiar with Puddles Pity Party.
I am not.
You are not. Okay, this is interesting. So sit down and prepare yourself because here we go.
All right, here we go.
So, oh man, I don't know how to properly say his last name.
Michael
Michael Geyer. Anyway, known as Big Mike, is a singer, entertainer, and leader of the band King Sized, which is based in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm just going to call him Puddles because that's all I know him by, because I don't know how to properly pronounce his last name. Puddles' most critically acclaimed act is his alter ego, a Pagliacci type of clown known as Puddles Pity Party. Man, all these things are so hard to say.
Right.
As Puddles, he has appeared in YouTube videos since 2013, including some with Scott Bradley's Postmodern Jukebox, which I love. Postmodern Jukebox. Are you familiar?
I've heard of it. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I would love to. They now tour. I would love to go see them one day if I ever get the chance.
Oh yeah.
So Puddles now performs almost exclusively as Puddles, but he also refers to Puddles as a completely separate entity from himself. Likewise, Puddles also won't acknowledge himself as Geyer. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna assume that's how you say his last name. So sorry. Like Geyer himself, Puddles has a baritone singing voice and sings mostly covers of songs. Puddles has a depressed persona and refrains from speaking on stage or giving interviews. His show includes a mix of silent prop comedy, mime, and audience participation with songs interplayed throughout, creating a narrative structure. In October of 2013, Gayer recorded a cover of Lord's Royals, another great song, with Postmodern Jukebox on YouTube. As of November 2020, the video has been viewed over 29.4 million times. Lord declared that his cover, Puddles, that being, to be her favorite cover of Royals. So that's a lot too.
Wow.
In 2017, as Puddles, he participated in season 12 of the reality series. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I got my things mixed up because Simon Cowell is involved with both of these. He was on America's Got Talent. That's right. He advanced to the quarterfinals of the Dolby Theater, where he performed his version of Royals and received an X from Simon Cowell. So, boo, his shirts are way too tight anyway. His cover, anyway, yes. So, yeah, it was America's Got Talent, not the X Factor. Janet Devlin was on the X Factor. Simon Cowell is also a host on the X Factor. You get it. His cover of Friday I'm in Love was released in 2019 as a single, and you can find it wherever you listen to music. So, yeah, you get to see a little bit of this persona here. So, James, this is a first for you. So, I'm curious to see what your reactions are. But you don't have a fear of clowns, do you?
No, I'm one of the few that does not.
Okay, I don't have a fear of clowns either. So, I think I think we're good. Sorry, I hit the microphone again. Thought I was going to go a whole
It
episode.
wouldn't be us without
No.
it. You know, so.
Thought I was going to do a whole episode and not hit the mic. So anyway,
All right, here we go, y'all. In 3, 2, 1.
I don't care if Monday's blue, Tuesday gray and Wednesday too. Thursday, I don't care about you. It's Friday, I'm in love. Monday, you can fall apart. Tuesday, Wednesday, break my heart. Thursday doesn't even start. It's Friday, I'm in love. Saturday, wait, and Sunday always comes too late, but Friday, never hesitate. I don't care if Monday's black, Tuesday, Wednesday, heart attack, Thursday, never looking back. It's Friday, I'm in love. Monday, you can hold your head. Tuesday, Wednesday, stay in bed. Thursday, watch the walls instead. It's Friday, I'm in love. Saturday, wait, and Sunday always comes too late, but Friday, never hesitate. Dressed up to the eyes, it's a wonderful surprise to see your shoes and your spirits rise. Rolling out your crown and just smiling at the sound, and as sleek as the street spin around and around. Always take a big bite, it's such a gorgeous sight. See you eat in the middle of the night. You can never get enough of this stuff. It's Friday, I'm in love. I don't care if Monday's blue, Tuesday's gray and Wednesday too. Thursday, I don't care about you. It's Friday, I'm in love. Monday, you can fall apart. Tuesday, Wednesday, break my heart. Thursday doesn't even start. It's Friday, I'm in love.
So I take back what I said about clowns don't freak me out, because there was one part where it kind of glitched on my end, and he was
Oh.
singing, and it was kind of a close up, and it looked like his eyes like rolled back into his head, and I could only see the whites of his eyes. So
Kinda
for a
like-
second there, I was
Kind
like,
of like the Undertaker.
yeah, it was a
You
little
know-
freaky. And then like it didn't help because I saw that and I was like, that was kind of unsettling. And then for those of you watching on YouTube right now, my my Misfits bag back here,
I see that. Yes.
like I like caught a glimpse of it, and I was kind of like
Holy crap.
zoned
Uh-huh.
in on the clown with the eyes rolled in the back of his head, and I saw that, and like part of me was like, whoa.
But yeah. Yeah. So
But good
before,
cover. Yeah.
okay.
Springsteen style. Yeah.
So,
How about that?
so let me hear your thoughts before I give mine. Cause
Sure.
yeah, go ahead.
My thoughts. Oh, excuse me. Yes,
your
my
thoughts
thoughts.
first. Oh yeah.
No, I think he's got a good voice. And I think the Puddles persona, I think, is kind of a fun like thing, and like, you know, he does really good covers. Like he's done one of it was a Blink song. I can't remember. I think it might have been All the Small Things or something, which is also a like happy song, but like he's just kind of sitting on this
Yeah.
suitcase and all the small thing, you know, and it's like that whole persona is kind of interesting. But yeah, I thought as far as the cover goes, it was good, and I like the saxophone. I like that he did it in a Springsteen style there, so I liked it. What about you?
Yeah, this is awkward because
You
Okay.
hated every second of
no. How am I
it. You
gonna?
hated every second of it.
No,
I get
no,
it.
no. He has a good voice. I love the fact that he brought out the saxophone,
Yeah.
but that's it for me. For
That's all
me,
you like.
well, yeah. I
That's
just
okay.
I just didn't like this one. You know, I mean, it didn't roll my hair back. You know,
Yeah, just your eyes.
just I didn't get scared. I'm a real big. I don't want
Thought
to
he
say
got
scared, but,
possessed by Vecna for a second there.
yeah, so- yeah, that didn't do anything for me. I'm sorry.
No worries.
But that's not. No, I mean, I'm real sorry. You know, but I do respect you though. But yeah, but I'm still
That's
sorry.
okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all right. We've got another one we're gonna listen to. And
You
we're
do?
gonna see. We're gonna see. Yeah, we're gonna see who how it holds up. So
Right. So Miss Janet Devlin, did I say your name right?
Yep.
Devlin.
Devil.
Northern Irish singer songwriter Janet Devlin has first made her mark performing on the UK 2011 season of the X Factor, which is the one that you thought that
Right.
was did. Before embarking on her own path with the release of her debut album, 2014's folk-driven "Running with Scissors," which you do not do. Anybody
Don't do it.
please.
Nope. Not safe. Also, the album title of one of Weird Al's albums. So
Running with Scissors. So,
yeah.
but growing up in the village of Gorton, country Tyrone, Devlin originally posted videos of covers on her social media channels before heading to London in 2011 to audition for the X Factor. Catching the public's attention with her powerful but heart-touching performances, Devlin embarked on the show live tour with other finalists as the show's ended. Over the next few years, she would record her own material, co-writing with the likes of Newton Faulkner and Jack Salvatore, before eventually releasing her debut album in 2014. The alternative pop and folk-driven Running with Scissors. That's Running with Scissors. A follow EP, The Vet Days, appeared in 2015, while Devlin returned to the studio to record the holiday themed December Days.
Ah, clever.
Yes. The following year, she saw her deliver her second holiday themed release, Little Lights. Over the next 2 years later, after that, Devlin started to work on her sophomore album, which with the first result appearing at the beginning of 2020, with the release of the single "Honest Men." Her cover of "Friday I'm in Love" can be found on her 2015 album "Running with Scissors."
There it is.
Yeah,
It came up again. So that's the album to go check out.
yeah,
By Miss Janet Devlin is definitely Running with Scissors, although we don't advise that you actually run with scissors when you're running to listen to said album.
right. Because
Yeah.
your phone is going to be 99% in your hand anyway.
Yeah, and then you're going to try to sue us, and we've already gotten into that and our legal obligations and all that. So
Right. So
anyway,
okay, so here it is.
Camera's rolling. Click. Sorry. Alright, I'm about to take 2.
I don't care if Monday's blue, Tuesday's gray, and Wednesday's too. Thursday, I don't care about you. It's Friday, I'm in love. Monday, you can fall apart. Tuesday, Wednesday, break my heart. Thursday doesn't even start. It's Friday, I'm in love. Saturday, you wait. Sunday always comes too late. Friday, never hesitate. I don't care if Monday's black. Tuesday, Wednesday, heart attack. Thursday, never looking back. It's Friday, I'm in love. Monday, you can hold your head. Tuesday, Wednesday, stay in bed. Thursday, watch the wolves instead. It's Friday, I'm in love. Saturday, you wait. And Sunday always comes too late. But Friday, never hesitate. Dressed up to the eyes, it's a wonderful surprise to see your shoes and your spirit rise. Throwing out your frown and just smile at your sounds. Sick as a streak, spin around and round. Always take a big bite, it's such a gorgeous sight to see you eat in the middle of the night. You can never get enough of this stuff. It's Friday, I'm in love. I don't care if Monday's blue, Tuesday's gray, and Wednesday's too. Thursday, I don't care about you. It's Friday, I'm in love. Monday, you can fall apart. Tuesday, Wednesday, break my heart. Thursday doesn't even start. It's Friday, I'm in love. 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 It's Friday, I'm in love.
whoa.
There we go. There we go.
Dude,
Okay.
I love a mandolin. If I could show you right now, there's
I
one
see
up there.
one right there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's one right there. There's another one right over here, but I love the sound of a mandolin. That is why Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls is one of my favorite songs of all time, mainly because of the mandolin in that song. But wow, oh my god, what a good cover. She's got a great voice. It's unique when you hear it, you know it's her. And I've always gravitated towards artists like that, where it doesn't take a lot of effort for me to try to figure out who's doing the song. It's like, oh, that's so and so. So hers stands out, and I love it. So
Her. Okay. So a few things there. Positive. All positive.
Right.
So we got the mandolin. You got the cello. I think that's
Yep.
all right.
Mhm.
And you got the guitar.
Mhm.
All perfect for like an acoustic environment because
Yes, yeah,
all of
no
them are
drums.
unplugged.
Yeah,
And I am a sucker for anything stripped down.
yes, I love an acoustic performance of anything.
I love the tone of the cello. It brings like a warm kind of feeling to the song.
Right.
And the whole song was just mellow, and I can
Yeah.
and I totally respect that.
Yeah.
Her voice is something else to be heard because her voice is very attractive to the ear.
Yes.
It's
Absolutely.
it's not too harsh, and
Right.
it's not too like it's just in that middle like perfection voice. You know, to
Right.
me, it sounds tremendously wonderful,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I love that
She's
song. Yeah, and I
she's
love,
like a coffee shop artist.
yes, and I
That's
love
all
that,
I can call them. Yeah, I love it too.
and I love that.
Very relaxing.
So
So,
that is with that. Yes, that is a very excellent cover. So
oh, man.
I think
Do
you
we
have my
even need
vote.
to discuss who
I-
won?
Well, I think you know my thing, but you I'm having difficulty sort of finding out which
I'm
one you
not
like the most.
not at this point.
Okay,
Like I
okay,
forgot how much how that would there was I knew there was a reason because like I remember so what I do is when I hear a cover of a song that stands out to me, I look it up to see if there's any other covers out there that would go good with it. And I put it in a little note in
yeah,
my phone. And when we talked about doing a cover wars, I was like, all right, let's see what's on the list. I was like, ooh, Friday I'm in Love. That's a good one. I was like, Janet Devlin. I said, I don't know. I must have like come across that name and just wrote it down. So like I was unfamiliar and I listened to it again while we were doing the notes and stuff. But um yeah,
yeah.
just compared to the other one, like I am 100% gonna have to pick
And
Janet Devlin.
and she looks very young. So
She
she
does, yeah.
she has a really bright future.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, I think Miss Janet wins this one. Um,
Hands down.
hands down,
Hands down.
hands down.
Yeah.
Well, we do have to check out Puddle's version of Royals. I mean, because
Yeah.
if Lord thinks it's the best cover ever, come on now, you can't.
It's got yeah, we'll have to do a cover of that one too, because I know of another cover that we can throw along with that one and do a whole episode. So in the works. I'll have to put it in my notes.
Cool. Yeah, sure. So, uh, so agreed. Janet wins.
I would say so.
Agreed.
We need like a song, like a theme song that goes along with like whenever we announce who like wins. I'll work on that. I'll create one.
Nice. Yeah.
Garage Band.
Rock
my phone.
band. Yeah. Garage band.
Yeah.
I said rock band. I miss playing a game.
I do too.
I need to buy me a new guitar.
Yeah.
I know where to get one, but I can't think of the store's name. It's here in Columbia, though. So, yeah, right. No. Unfortunately, they don't have one there because I went there last week. I know where I was like, damn, man. But there's one store near here. They have like 15 of them. And I'm like, oh my god. They have
That's
all
weird.
kinds.
Yeah.
They have a guitar from like all kinds of Guitar Heroes and Rock Band games.
Yeah. I just need them to remake them for like newer consoles, like my PS4 or Switch or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. Waiting for Guitar Hero and Rock Band to just do a revamp and a remake
They
for a
need to
newer console. Yeah.
don't do the remake of Guitar Hero Live. That sucks butt.
Yeah, let's don't do that one. Yeah.
Let's do the
We'll
old
skip-
school with the new
Yep.
school or something, you know.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for a new way how to improve your mental health, that's great because Mr. Brosi here has got a mental health minute for y'all.
Yeah. It's time for the mental health minute, you beautiful people. So like this podcast, you could check out a mental health podcast of your own to listen to. This, I mean, there's no doubt that podcasts are all the rage still. A lot of us spend our days listening to them, whether that's at work or around the house or in the car. And find yourself one that focuses on the mental health aspect, like this show. Mental health podcast can help provide self-care in multiple ways. You might learn something new about how to deal, feel less alone, or get a healthy dose of distraction at a time when focusing your attention on a book or a movie feels near impossible. So I don't necessarily have a mental health podcast in that I listen to, and I listen to a lot of podcasts, but I would say that the two podcasts that I like to listen to whenever I'm kind of in my, if I'm not listening to music and I need something more of a distraction, like when I'm having one of those days, I love, first off, Weird Darkness with Darren Marlar, because he is such a huge advocate for mental health and depression. And he's always got something encouraging in there that kind of helps with that, even if it is stories about very dark subject matters. But yeah, just Darren does a great job of advocating for that. And then I also like to listen to Page 7. It is on the Last Podcast Network. And like it is more of a, you're gonna laugh, it's more of a celebrity gossip podcast, but like it is so funny. And every time I listen to it, like I don't give a crap about what's going on in a celebrity's life. I really don't. But these guys just make it so funny. And they're not even like ripping on them. It's just their reaction to some of the things that goes on with celebrity. It's hilarious. It's three people that do it. And Page 7, check it out. But they also do, they're very encouraging, and at the end of their episodes, the main host, Jackie Zabrowski, has a shout out section that she does. And sometimes people will get on there and they'll send in shout outs for like loved ones, and they'll have her read them on on the podcast, and that's really cool. And then sometimes people do what they call self shout outs, and whether that's like you're proud of yourself for being able to do something, or you've had some type of accomplishment, and it's very uplifting to listen to. And every time I listen to those episodes, when I'm done, I feel a sense of like peace, and I feel better about things. So those are my two recommendations, even though they're not necessarily mental health podcasts, but trust me, there's plenty of them out there, and there's plenty of ways to gain access to those podcasts as well. So check those out.
Well, my favorite one right now is Jim Cornette's Drive Through. I don't know if you know who Jim Cornette is, but he's a old manager for like WWF wrestlers way back in heyday.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
he has like millions of stories, and a lot of people don't like him, but I like him because of his stories, and he just gets
Yeah.
in a lot of issues.
Mhm.
But one podcast that everybody needs to know about is Autism Rocks and Rolls
Yes, that's a
by
good one.
by Sam.
Yep.
I forgot his last name. I'm sorry, Sam, but I went on I went on his podcast, and it's all about autism and the spectrum of, and then he does a real good real good he's a real good host. I've
Yeah.
been on the show, like I said before, and he's an excellent host, excellent human being.
Sam Mitchell.
Sam Mitchell. Thank you.
Sam Mitchell, yeah.
Sam Mitchell. Yes, and he's actually interviewed a lot of WWE wrestlers.
Oh,
So he's doing awesome things, and he's done a few keynote speaking.
yeah.
So check him out. It's Autism Rocks and Rolls. So go give
Yeah.
him a follow, y'all. Support him
Yeah.
anywhere you can. So that's
And
all.
I've got it saved. I've got it saved right here. What episode you were on too? And let's see. Nope, not downloaded. It was latest up. Nope, I had it saved. There we go. You were on episode 143.
143. Yeah, so he's doing a
yeah.
killer.
Yeah, he's doing a great job.
Yeah, because I think the last wrestler that he interviewed was Raven. if I'm not mistaken. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you
Nice.
know who that is. So, yep. But that was not.
Well,
I mean, Autism Rocks and Rolls it's like a kind of like a mental health podcast kind of
Right.
stuff. But Jim Cornette's Drive Through is just a good time.
Yeah.
And whatever podcast makes me laugh the most, it gets me right out of my depression instantly. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
yeah,
And by the way, Sam Mitchell, if you happen to hear this, I would love to come on your podcast sometime if you're looking for another
yes.
guest. I thought about it the other day.
What's
I
that?
have never been a guest on anyone's podcast.
You haven't.
That's sad, right?
Wow.
No, I have never been a guest on anyone else's. I have had plenty of guests on here with you, and I'm working on having some guests on Spook Show and on Not Religious. We had a few on there too, but I have never been one. And I really want to do that. That would be so fun. I would love to be interviewed. So, Sam, if you're listening, hit me up, and I would love to do that. Or anyone else that's listening that may have a podcast.
yep.
You just want to find some. I'm not interesting at all. But if you would love to have me on, it would be a
now.
privilege. So I would love to come on there, and I will. You can test my useless music knowledge. If you want to go that route. So hit me with some trivia and let me see how far I can get.
Yeah. So I will gladly set that up for you because I know Sam personally. So yeah, man, it's a good time, And anybody who wants to interview us both at the same time,
Yes, that would be cool too.
Please reach out to When Words Fail Podcast at gmail.com. Speaking of that, we also thank you for listening into the show, and be sure to share this with your friends and families, dogs and cats.
Dogs aren't in here tonight.
Share it with cats, but I'm not sure if they'll listen.
I don't share them with cats because I'm allergic to cats.
Me too.
So
Me too.
that's-
So that's something in common that we both have.
there we go.
We're available on multiple podcast apps, including the brand new Pictures.
Yes.
So what you can do on Pictures is you can listen to any of our podcast application episodes on it, and pick your favorite bits and pieces and send them to friends and family and just share. And that's good because I don't want to listen to like an hour and a half and not like it, So
Yeah.
so you can pick and choose Pictures part of the episode and send it to your friends and family and see if they want to, listen to any episodes that we have. So we're
Yeah.
on that one, and we're pleased to be on it.
Yeah. What a neat concept.
Yeah. But
The best way. Yes. Sorry. What?
but you can share. But please leave a rating and review. And if you want us to see our podcast grow, please do that also. But yes, sir. Continue.
I'm sorry. I'm
Oh,
so
that's
tired.
Oh,
I
me
wasn't
too.
even thinking straight. The best way to stay up to date with us is following us on all of our social medias. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You know what all that is. We're even on MySpace. Just kidding. We're on Instagram. It's at When Words Fail Podcast. We're on Facebook. It's at WWFMS Podcast. We're also on the Twitter. We do some tweets at When Words Fail MS. And also on the TikTok, because that's what the craze is now. So James is doing a wonderful job over there. That is at When Words Fail Music Speaks.
And you can send ideas or personal stories on how music has helped you at When Words Fail podcast at gmail.com.
You can subscribe to our YouTube channel where you're watching this video right now, where you can also watch some interviews. I don't know if I'm on the right side here, but interviews, music video reactions, vinyl showcases, and more. You guessed it. You can go to youtube.com/When Words Fail Music Speaks. Make sure you hit that subscribe button with the notifications turned on, so that way you get alerted whenever a new episode or video drops.
Nice. For all of these links, though, to find more about us, I can't talk today, but that's okay. Or to buy some of our awesome merchandise, you can visit our website, www.whenwordsfailmusicspeaks.com.
That's right. And speaking of which, that new logo design was made by One Up Graphics. You can look them up on Instagram and Twitter. It's at One Up Graphics. You can also get this design on a t-shirt now, along with our original logo, which was created by Mr. James Cox here. Our theme song was created by Doc Brass. You can find him on Instagram and Twitter. It's at Doc DOK Brass. If you don't mind checking out my other podcast, it's called South Carolina Spook Show. It's all about true crime and paranormal stories from the state of South Carolina. So if that's something you're into or someone you know might be into, send them. Maybe I'm on there too with the Pick Cherries thing. I'll have to check that out. But I know we're available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more. Just did an episode on the wrongful execution of George Stinney, a very, very sad and tragic tale. And hope you guys like it. Sources from this episode come from Wikipedia, allmusic.com, songfacts.com, and self.com. We do not own any of the music that was used in this episode, and no copyright infringement is intended.
Nice. So, puddles, piddles, puddles. What's the thing? Puddles.
Yeah,
Puddles.
puddles.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I just didn't. Yeah. I'm
He's
sorry.
gonna come like visit us in our dreams tonight with his eyes rolled back in his head, because we didn't pick his version of the song. I knew that was a bad idea. I knew it, but I had to go with my gut. Janet Devlin was just the winner for me. So sorry, Puddles. Please don't murder me in my sleep.
Well, Janet has a nice voice. Come on now.
He does have a nice voice, a nice baritone voice. Yes, he does.
Yes, he does. So, once again, thank you everybody for listening to us, and always remember, when words fail.
Music speaks.
Bye, guys.
Peace.
All right. Good.
Got it.
So, 4 weeks worth right there.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll work good too.